There were sources of solidarity for the 37 Gambian youths and other West African nationals as they were being returned to the state central prisons in Banjul after the Kanife Magistrates Court Tuesday morning ruled that some of the charges against them transcend the jurisdiction of the lower court.
Free 37! Free 37! Free 37! Free 37! Free 37!
A moderately large crowd turned out at the court and its periphery as ruling was being handed down on some of the preliminary objections raised by the lawyers for the accused during the last sitting. The defense had last week objected to the inclusion of the counts of arson and other related offenses on the charge sheet, punishable by life imprisonment, and sought for the court to strike them out. It argued that the counts of arson and other offenses were all included on the charge sheet so as to cause a lengthy detention of the accused persons. The defense team was of the conviction that it was an abuse of process to charge the men with arson and that the charges were brought in bad faith because the police wanted a lengthy detention of the youths. Earlier, the prosecution made an application to the court not to entertain the matter as arson and related offenses are beyond the jurisdiction of a magistrate's court. The prosecution applied for the accused persons to be remanded in custody pending the transfer and mention of the case to the High Court. And on the resumption of the case on Tuesday, the court ruled that since arson and other charges preferred against the suspects are beyond the jurisdiction of the magistrate's court, the case be consequently transferred to the High Court as the competent court of jurisdiction. Meanwhile, the crowd that gathered at the court premises reacted with anger as soon as the suspects were being escorted from the court precincts into waiting police vans for transportation to Mile 2.
I'm not going to stand and defend anybody who goes and does arson, but even whereas the person is going through a court process, even if he is guilty, he's a human being. You need to treat him with utmost respect and care. But you cannot be slapping and kicking people just because they are inmates. So for me, that is wrong.
In the past in the Gambia, we accuse the courts of being biased, of being mercenary judges in this country. So let everybody come. We are going to stay here. We are going to stay here. And we are going to protest. Nobody is going to jail again for stupid charges that is failed government trying to set examples of our people. Understand? They are trying to set examples of our people. We must refuse this. Yunsun Gai, they are not people you set examples with. We have abided by every stupid law in this country, only to be treated like pieces of shit. They treat us like we are criminals. We work in this country, we pay taxes in this country, and even if we don't work, we are citizens of this country, and we are human beings, and we must be respected. And that same respect that we want for ourselves, we must want for our brothers who are going to Mile 2 back today.
The 36 youth man. ñu téye leen yóbbu leen Mile 2 understand nga te loo xam ne musuta am Gambia moo am tey moo am depuis last week depuis week before last mu ngi am ba tey mu ngi am waaye na président bi génn ñu ngi koo ñaan ngir yàlla ak yonente bi soo gisee mu toog si toogu bi yàlla ak ñun ñoo ko votal mu toog si toogu bi understand nga ñun ñoo ko toogal si toogu bi na génn mu wax ñun youth man yi ñu xam suñ place sécurité xam seen place ku nekk nga xam sa place understand nga soo waaye lii nu moo demee nii neexut si xol koo gis ku nekk Mile 2 booy ku nekk am na ñaari doom am na ñetti doom c'est léegi seen famille kan moo leen a dundal kan moo leen a dundal léegi lan la gaay buga lan la Gambia buga we vote for change. We vote for change. Still now, the change is not done.
But as the High Court's vacation will run up to October, making somehow real the prospect of the accused being detained at the state central prison for a relatively long period of time, what is the defense team doing to ensure the accused gain their liberty until such time that the case is mentioned in the High Court?
I mean, we had a remand order from the magistrates' court. So far, we are also going to look for ways to make sure that we get the ruling of the magistrate and see how best we can challenge the ruling. But apart from that, we know that there is vacation at the High Court. But as I say, that will not help. The sooner, the better. I mean, review the situation, review the circumstances. Like I just say, what will help? I mean, we want the situation to be resolved. Yes, we can take our action, looking at what we are supposed to do as lawyers. But again, on the other hand, is that if you want to keep these people for 1 or 2 months in remand, you are affecting a whole community. Some of them, they have families, they have, wives. Don't say them like that. Some of them are not like the youths that people thought about, that these are youths that make noise. No. I can tell you that some of them, at the latter part, we come to know what their status are. They may be at the, community around the markets or so, trying to, find, daily living. But we have to be technical. Let's study the situation. And prosecution engage with the defense. We will also try to do an engagement policy. We don't want confrontation in the sense that, that will agitate the whole society. Our things are fragile. I mean, let's take an easy look at things. I mean, we will also make sure we will communicate to the public. I mean, definitely, this is what the situation is. It's not somehow warranted to keep them for a long time. It's not going to help.
It would be recalled that 37 youths were arrested sometime in July and charged with 8 counts, including unlawful assembly riots, causing panic to the general public, setting fire on Bakote police station, disruption of traffic, and destroying a West Coast Region's court services motor vehicle. The incident, according to court records, occurred on 24 July 2019.